Time now for the Goofy Award. Well, the growth in Canada's population has been a dominant subject. I mean, whether we're talking about the impact on housing or healthcare, other things. So I thought I'd start with a quote from the Prime Minister. In April this year, he stated in quotes, whether it's temporary foreign workers or whether it's international students in particular that have gone far beyond the rate of what Canada's been able to absorb. He went on to state that the government, well, that's his government, they've been in charge of immigration and these kinds of things for over 8 years, had to get the temporary student and work visas under control. So, to that end, the government has put a cap on the number of student visas to 360,000 per year. It doesn't kick in until next year. What's noteworthy is that up until now, the government didn't have any idea how many were coming in. They didn't know till after the fact how many student visas were issued or work visas. Well, no wonder we couldn't plan for it. Not a good idea. But that brings me to the Goofy Award. The government admits the influx has been too great for Canada's social infrastructure to handle. And if the goal is to reduce the number of newcomers to something we can handle, then you look at a bill like C-71. That's the one that opens up citizenship to the offspring of anyone, any Canadian who lived in Canada for 3 years or more at any time. They don't have to be living here now. Well, and you're allowing the offspring sort of to apply, but basically eligible for citizenship. Well, they don't know how many are going to do that. I mean, that's working at cross purposes. It's like the floodgates opened with student visa. No idea how many will take advantage of the eligibility change, and hence the increase in the pressure on our social infrastructure. On top of that, this past week, the federal government announced 2 new pilot programs, which allow eligible caregivers with relevant experience and education equivalent to our grade 12 diploma or graduation diploma in high school, among other criteria, well, they're going to get granted permanent residency as soon as they arrive. Once again, they don't know how many are coming. It's been a bit of a pattern, though. Immediately from taking power in November 2015, the Liberal government has consistently relaxed entry requirements into Canada. Well, you remember this, though, because it was infamous, or some people, again, applauded it, but it was January 2017. He was in sharp contrast at that time to President Trump's travel ban to some Muslim countries, or from some Muslim countries. The PM stated in quotes, "To those fleeing persecution, terror, war, Canadians will welcome you, regardless of your faith. Diversity is our strength." Well, since becoming Prime Minister, the rules on who gets to come to Canada and become a citizen have been consistently relaxed. I mean, I think it's an important part of the Liberal agenda. The problem is for housing or strain on healthcare or other social infrastructure. And it isn't whether a person's coming in as a permanent resident or a non-permanent. They still need a place to live. They'll still use healthcare, et cetera. It's been the sheer size of the population influx. And further relaxing the entry rules, eligibility for citizen, as well as creating special categories for things like caregivers, well, you know what? That's working on cross purposes to what they just told us they want to get back under control. That's all the time we have this week. Hey, a reminder, you can join us on our YouTube channel. That lots of people are doing it. I'm very much appreciative they do. Just go to Michael Campbell's Money Talks on YouTube, all sorts of stuff there. Also join us on Money Talks tweets. Join us on Michael Campbell's Money Talks on Facebook. So many different ways. And of course, go to the site, mikesmoneytalks.ca, and sign up for 5 minutes with Mike. Lots of great feedback on that. Very pleased and really thankful when people recommend Money Talks to their friends. In the meantime, I hope you go out, have a terrific week.